Okay, everyone, we are starting a brand new showcase video, and at an all-important screen, right here, what you're seeing is so crucial for us because I want not only my buddy Zero, but also all of you watching to bear witness that if I press start right now, I will not be overwriting my save file that I've been doing about a week of streams for.
Holy hell.
It says right there, we're plain English. Start playing from the beginning. Your new game will be saved to an empty save file.
Yes.
I would imagine.
I'm reading it as well. You are indeed
safe.
correct.
We
Yes,
are
you
safe. We are safe. We're going to do this. Hello, everyone. Welcome. We hope you guys are going to enjoy this showcase that we have for you of Donkey Kong Bonanza for the Switch 2. This game, of course, just came out recently, July 2025. I was super excited that I was going to have a Switch in order to be able to play this because growing up, one of my favorite Nintendo games, one of the first Nintendo games I ever had, and my first own console came bundled with a copy of Donkey Kong 64.
That's right. You have that freaking
Yes.
transparent.
It's right there. It's literally right there.
You have that transparent green N64, dude.
Yes, with the yellow. I saw recently, I was in a store and I saw the gray cartridge. I have the yellow cartridge for Donkey Kong 64. So finally getting another 3D Donkey Kong game is quite a big deal for me and a lot of people too. But what's also a big deal, I think, is just the differences that this, like the specific direction that they went with this game. So we're going to start from the beginning here just to give everybody a little bit of a taste of this new game.
Damn, bruh. Yes, something's telling me this game takes place in the past. Because I also noticed another character when I saw you live stream it.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yep.
I'm not even going to mention it because I'm just going to let you explain it to me.
Sure. Yeah, I think most people probably already know that about this game, and it's important to call it out. But yeah, this is definitely a prequel. It's something that at first I wasn't 100% on board with it, but after playing this game for maybe like 8 hours or so, getting used to the controls, getting used to some other aspects that we'll definitely talk about later. I'm okay with this being a prequel. It's essentially, it goes backwards in time. We have a younger version of Donkey Kong, and the character that Zero was referencing was that a character we actually meet later, which, I mean, not that much later, so not a big spoiler, but I guess a little bit of a spoiler alert here for you. We're gonna meet Pauline. Now, Pauline, in case you didn't know, was the original damsel in distress from the Mario Brothers games.
That's correct.
That's where basically Donkey Kong is on the like construction pillars and throws barrels down, so Mario has to jump over the barrels. Sorry, what am I saying? That wasn't Mario Bros. That was Donkey Kong. That was the original Donkey Kong.
Yes.
And yeah, so this also. Oh, another fun fact while we're here. That also isn't this Donkey Kong, because that's actually Cranky Kong.
Yes. So for those who don't know the Nintendo lore, the old monkey, the old Donkey Kong, the old guy that you see in the N64 game and likely in this game,
Yeah.
was the big old ape monkey that stole Pauline and tried to stop Mario from saving her. This, I believe, is his son that then takes the Donkey Kong moniker for himself.
Yes, that we get in Donkey Kong Country as the main character, Donkey Kong 64 as the main character. Hold on, I think there's a bit of a plot hole.
Yeah, I was actually going to mention it.
Yeah, because so Pauline. Okay, we're gonna run some quick fact checks here, just in case we're getting this wrong, because we love to be informative and well informed in the showcase for Two Stupid Gamers. But Pauline is the same age as Donkey Kong, more or less. The original Donkey Kong, aka Cranky Kong, they're both adults essentially in the original Donkey Kong.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if this is a prequel, why is Cranky Kong still an old man? Because he does appear in this, but Pauline is a little kid.
We never said Nintendo makes sense when they make games.
I just realized that it doesn't make someone has to have covered this already. If they did, and it's already been talked about and explained, I'll put in a quick disclaimer. But yeah, I didn't actually realize that would, it would make sense if both him and Cranky Kong were kids, or if this is Cranky Kong,
But
Sorry,
it's not.
it would make sense if both Pauline and Cranky Kong were kids, or we could just say that this is Cranky Kong, but it's not. So well, anyway, less about the lore. Let's talk real quick about how this game works, because by now, yes, I'm sure some of you kind of already have gotten a good grasp of what you're seeing here, but this game is so based around exploration and specifically digging. Digging up, digging down, digging left, digging right, digging all around. Sometimes it honestly feels like this is a Donkey... To me, it almost feels like this is like a Donkey Kong that's made for like the Minecraft generation. Like big time, because there are times where I'm kind of like, it's like, okay, just go more digging, more. Yep, the answer is digging. Do more digging. Like you have to really like this concept to get down with this game. If you can get with that concept, I think there's a really cool game here for you, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm noticing that. They really did put in quite a bit of work for the whole digging mechanic.
Yes.
But this could have never been done on the original Switch. Way too many moving objects.
Absolutely not.
So this is absolutely showing the power of the Switch too.
Yeah, Zero. That's an excellent observation. It really does feel like this game is showing the power of the Switch too. And what we would call that, actually, and I feel fully comfortable saying this after having played this for like maybe 9 or 10 hours on my stream, which is where I've played it the entire way through so far. This ends up being like a tech demo for the Switch, because it feels to me a lot more like Knack. You remember Knack when that came out?
For the PS4, yes.
Yes, exactly. There's so much emphasis on you can really manipulate all of this stuff. There's all of these particles on screen at one time. Look at what this new console is capable of. Like, oh, there's all this gold. Just go out and smash the hell out of all of this gold, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But where I kind of fall flat, will fall short on enjoying this to the maximum of my ability, is I don't hate digging. There's actually a lot of games around the concept of digging that I like. It's just very overwhelming. Yeah. And we're always going after these golden bananas, these special green golden bananas. What I really like about this is that you don't get a skill point for each banana, but after you get a certain number of bananas, you'll get a skill point, and you can beef up your health, your strength. You get new, stronger abilities, new, better abilities for some of the special modes that we'll talk about a little bit later if we get to that. I like how they kind of did that. In Donkey Kong 64, the bananas were essentially just collectibles and level progression. That was about it. You needed enough of the golden bananas to get to the next area. Also, here I feel like Donkey Kong looks like he has feathers. It looks a little odd to me, but yeah, the game does look really nice. There are some textures, like these rocks here in this cavern, look more on the basic side, but the game does look pretty beautiful. I think that it does a good job of taking advantage of what the Switch 2 has to offer, without a doubt. But there was one thing that immediately stood out to me, and it was from the first time that I saw gameplay from this, is that, I don't know, the game world just looks very generic to me.
Yes.
It just looks like a very generic, like, modern day video game. Like, this is the kind of the graphics that I would expect from a title I had never heard of before, of a brand new IP from like an indie game studio, which there's nothing wrong with that, but it seems to me like generic textures, generic graphics.
Yes. There's nothing here that's wowing us.
I compare this back to like Donkey Kong 64, and I don't know. I remember Donkey Kong 64 having, despite the fact that the Nintendo 64 obviously is really dated by today's standards, it just had its certain, like, I don't know, charm. It's like the flavor of that game world, because of the graphics, because of how everything looked. It fits so well to me with what I thought a Donkey Kong game should be like. this to me, it doesn't feel like a Donkey. I can't describe it any more clearer than that. It just doesn't look to me what I would expect a Donkey Kong game to look like, which at first was very jarring. I've of course gotten kind of used to it, but it stood out to me. I don't know if you feel that way looking at this.
So looking at this, I could have told you, oh, this has Nintendo vibes 100%.
Okay.
If I didn't know Donkey Kong, like if I only had this visual right here, I would have told you, oh, is this like a new Captain Toad game? Because of like the underground exploration feel that it had. I would have never guessed it was a Donkey Kong game.
Right. Right.
Without, you know, being told, hey, it's Donkey
It's
Kong.
actually Donkey Kong.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I guess maybe you know what? Now that I think about it, it may not be so much about visuals. What it could just be is that, like, let's say we were playing a Mario game. You would immediately know that it's a Mario game. Whoops. Sorry, I'm not reading the screen. I'm just talking. You'd immediately know that it's a Mario game because you're walking around and you're looking at, like, there's Toads, there's Goombas, whatever, you know? Like, the world is the Mushroom Kingdom. Or, you know, underneath the Mushroom Kingdom. Whatever. I guess in a sense, New Donk City kind of felt this way to me. That's basically that's the main game world in Mario Odyssey.
Yes.
And
By the way, I've yet to beat that game.
Okay, so maybe this won't really do so much for you as well. But it's actually it's an important point to make because this was actually developed by the Mario Odyssey team.
Really? Okay, that actually makes sense.
Yes.
That makes a lot of sense now.
It really feels more like it was developed by a Mario studio than like the Rare the people at like Rare that made Donkey Kong 64. It definitely has like a distinct Mario Odyssey flavor to it. But yeah, so one of the main mechanics in the game is going to be this purple texturized material. It's kind of got like an alien look to it, like a little alien industrial. You know, the antagonists that came in, they started to manipulate the world, kind of like Donkey Kong is manipulating the world by constantly digging things. But they manipulated the world and made some areas more accessible, some areas a little more chaotic. And we have to figure out, like, whoa, what are we going to do now because of all this purple stuff? How are we going to break through? Yeah, I think we may actually be meeting that aforementioned character right now, which is why it really wasn't so much of a spoiler. Oh, whoops.
Oops.
You just made the same sound as Donkey Kong. That made me laugh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Void.
The way the eyes popped out. Yeah.
Monkey. It's an ape.
I mean, don't be so hard on it. It's just a little sentient rock. I actually really like the way that they designed that talking rock. I know it seems so simple and stuff, but I thought it was a good design.
Sometimes simple is best.
Yeah, Nintendo. I've noticed Nintendo games tend to have a lot of sentient objects, especially ones that talk to you. Like in, speaking of Mario, Super Mario Sunshine, the water pack, the jetpack. Yeah.
Flood.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was his name. Flood.
God, I remember Flood. I guess another thing that we could mention about this game is that, at least in my experience, which really quick tip if you're playing this for the first time, if you see these coins, these banana coins, they're like little plantain chips.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Grab 'em?
Go out of your way, jump over lava to grab every last one. You will get to a point in the game where you will thank me later. Anyway, so yeah, we could use the power of the Singing Rock's ability to clear up some of the purple material, and then that opens up that weak point, which then allows us to just completely neutralize it.
Oh, there's a banana chip.
Yeah, it's really nice. Oh, I see something back here. Ah, that was nothing. I love that they include barrels in this, which again is a good callback. I think the barrels work really well with being able to like break through the environment, so it'll shoot you to a whole other level, but it'll also destroy anything in your path.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see a chip. See a banana chip. A banana metal gold thing.
Yes, I almost want to redo my whole playthrough because I didn't get enough of them.
Yeah, no. See another one.
Later, just to kind of not keep people like wondering what I'm going on about. The banana chips. There's a point later in the game where you can, if you have enough of them, you could basically just buy golden bananas, which you use for skill points. So, yeah, again, very important. I will say on that part, though, I'm not crazy about the way that they made how you redeem them. You have to do them one by one. Thought that was a bit of an odd choice.
Karaoke.
But definitely useful, nonetheless.
So I am finding it interesting because in Donkey Kong 64, there was a big emphasis on food.
Yes.
Not just the colored bananas, but just food in general as well, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
So I like how they're reintroducing the food here as gems that you're collecting.
Yeah, so what we're collecting primarily is gold. That is gold because we're miners. I guess at this point in DK's life, he's going down into these mine shafts and he's digging up whatever, gold, coal, and obviously he's looking up for like bananas and stuff. But you do get banana chips, obviously special bananas. It wouldn't be a DK game without bananas. You also get apples, which some people have pointed out. Kind of interesting for them to use. Whoops. Kind of interesting for them to use apples. Because that's not what you typically see in a Donkey Kong game. So the apples end up restoring your health.
I would have thought it was regular bananas.
Nope. Actually, even in Donkey Kong 64, the bananas didn't re-heal you. It was because Donkey Kong 64 was a collectathon. The bananas were basically like currency of a sort. Use them to get like weapon stuff. Whoops. We're just gonna big jump. Yeah. So, I guess in a sense, bananas were never really about health. I'm struggling to remember Donkey Kong Country though, so if I'm wrong about that, I apologize. Correct me in the comments. I didn't grow up with a Super Nintendo.
Donkey Kong Country didn't have health bars; they had hits.
Right.
So if you took one hit,
but
that's it. You switch to the other character.
Okay, but wasn't there something that you had kind of like in Crash when you have the mask that allows you to eat one hit?
I'm trying to remember. Like you can ride something and that'll give you an extra hit.
Right.
But honestly, the extra hit came from your partner.
Okay.
So you would switch to your partner, and that's essentially your extra hit, and you can regain your partner back if you find them. Like you can grab them back from barrels, I believe.
One of these days, I have to finish Donkey Kong Country. It's one of the things that I've been meaning to do for a really long time, but those games are so hard. And I originally had intended to go back and play Donkey Kong Country beginning to end on my stream in anticipation of this. But, time being time, I just didn't get around to it. So one day, hopefully I can contribute to the Donkey Kong Country conversation. I would absolutely love to. I'd love to be able to say that I beat those in the same way that, I could say I beat Castlevania. I could beat some of the older Mega Mans. But, yeah, Donkey Kong Country was too much for me. Too many minecarts. Which we do see some cool minecart sections in here, too.
Good.
Be sure to let us know in the comments what you think. Are you enjoying this game as well? How did you take, like, the new direction? Did it take some time for it to get used to, or were you able to get on board right away? And of course, also be sure to let us know in the comments below if you guys have any requests for showcases, because we do lots of different games for showcase, sometimes newer ones, sometimes older ones, and we also like to take viewer requests. As long as we have the time to do it, we'd love to get to feature some of your suggestions too.
That's right, guys. Talk to us in the comments. Do you prefer this kind of game style to the N64 version? Well, not even version, just the N64 game.
But yeah, whatever, that's gonna do it for today. We Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next Two Stupid Gamers video.
Take care.
Bye.